Good morning, everybody. There, now it's recording. I just made this video and realized I had just taken a picture. And instead of pushing video, I'm using my iPad because my camera's toast. Or my computer's toast. So I want to try this again. I make this video about heroes, and who are our heroes, and why. And I did a video about this last year, but I kind of like to revisit this idea. And because I woke up this morning with it in my mind of just, what is a hero, And of course each person's got their own view of what that is, but I thought about the different types of heroes, and I'm in no way here trying to say that, a person should or shouldn't have a certain type of hero. I'm just saying what constitutes a hero. And I think of, for example, heroes of the civil rights movement, like, MLK, and the way that he was recognized, as well as this camera. There we go. As well as people like, let's say, MLK or Gandhi, particular civil rights leaders. For example, Gandhi is a hero to a lot of people, although in his past he actually allowed the colonists and assisted the colonists in trying to get his own people out, or trying to get his own people to listen to the colonists. And eventually he learned that he was in the wrong, and he changed his ways and went on his, escapade. And many different leaders have done things in the past in the name of freedom, in the name of civil rights. And those are heroes, I guess, people who really put their time into helping others. But I started thinking about American heroes. I've grown up hearing people ask me, oh, have you heard about this particular sports star? I say, it's one thing to know a guy's name that plays on a football team. It's another thing to know his stats and all his particulars. And I never understood why people were so fascinated with the personal lives of football players and athletes. Moreover, why they would be heroes. So I asked myself, is it, and this is just, just thinking out loud, but, do we look at movie stars and sports stars or athletes as heroes because of who they are, or is it because they're famous and rich? And I know we don't really just want fame and richness, but, for example, if a person likes football, go play football. But why, if you don't play football, why would you like to watch football and know all the team players and their names and think of them as your heroes? That's something I just don't understand, because it's not something I'm interested in sports. But I respect the fact that people do. Movie stars, on the other hand, I think that it's kind of, they just put on this image of who they really are, that people think, oh wow, it must be awesome to be them, when we know they have the same problems as everybody else, some of them much, much worse. But that fame and money should have nothing to do with our heroes, but they do, only because the fame and the money are what bring a person into the light to become a hero, for many people, if that makes sense. It's not right or wrong, it just is what it is. But then we have our real heroes, like our parents sometimes, people who, their dad is their hero. Some people, their dad is their hero even if their dad's a complete asshole, an abuser, because it's all they know. And so we assign hero status to people maybe who don't deserve it. I don't really know what a hero is. I guess in my opinion, a hero is somebody who is inspiring to you, that makes you want to be a better person. And that may come in many forms. For some people it's an athlete, for some people maybe that's a movie star. I guess if I were to say my personal heroes, they would be people like Alan Watts and Manly Hall, people like Gandhi, a lot of these, civil rights movement leaders, MLK, people who are willing to put their lives on the line for their people, not for themselves. And there's a huge distinguishing line to be drawn between people who do things for the good of people and people who do things for the good of themselves. And I think many athletes and movie stars do things for the good of themselves. I mean, look at the way that they waste exorbitant amounts of money However, on the other hand, there are many movie stars and athletes who give tons of money to charity. So there's no, like, black and white. It's just, it is what it is, people. Everybody finds a hero. I guess all I'm saying is that I wish I had more heroes. But unfortunately, in today's world, most people aren't hero-worthy. Some of the people I find to be heroes are even people that just average Joes, people I've met on YouTube. The people who are willing to say, this is how I feel and this is why. And then when confronted, let's say, with an alternate view, they say, that's possible, maybe, rather than just jumping down somebody's throat. People who have humility, I'm still learning humility. That's life, I was a punk-ass kid, a really punk-ass kid. If you ever said anything to me that I didn't agree with, I would retort. If you ever said anything about me, I would retort. And that's just how I was. So I'm still slightly that way, but much, much less than I ever was in the past. Because I've learned how to just say, fuck it, I don't give a shit what you think. Unless you have ethos, unless you have some sort of an air about you that shows that you're worthy of listening to. So that's what makes a hero to me, is somebody who's worthy of listening to, who's teaching me things that I don't already know. And for me, I need to learn particular things. For others, they may need to learn other particular things. So their heroes are going to be different. Find a hero. Peace.